Right. I often think why metro rail or express highway construction needs a more thoughtful planning. And so, yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to News and Views, where we dig deeper into what matters most to you. Okay. Today we're actually diving into a very essential topic, metro rail, or express highway construction. So why metro rail or express highway construction or systems are, undeniably transformative for urban transportation. It's time to question how thoughtfully our governments are planning these massive infrastructure projects, and let's discuss the key aspects and missed opportunities, in metro rail as well as in the express highway construction. One of the most effective ways to build metro, rail, or express highway systems is by constructing rail or road tracks above existing roads or rail. Okay, and this approach, eliminates the need for extensive land acquisition, which is often um, the most difficult and the most costly part of of any infrastructure project. And look at the cities of Bangkok, um, and Kuala Lumpur, and they have embraced elevated tracks, minimizing disruptions and while maximizing connectivity. But what about India? A lot of metro projects still rely on underground tunnels, so vast land acquisitions, unnecessarily uh, escalating costs and displacing communities. See, why not we, prioritize elevated tracks at least wherever feasible? Another underutilized solution is constructing metro or new rail lines above existing railway or road tracks. So this idea has multiple benefits. Firstly, it minimizes the need for new land, especially in in the very congested urban areas. And secondly, it aligns with existing transport infrastructure, making it easier for commuters to transition between local, and metro rail. For example, uh, countries like Japan and China have successfully used this method to integrate high-speed roads, and metro rail systems. And states could strike deals with the railway or central government to explore such options. But how often do we hear of these projects taking this straightforward, cost-effective approach? It's something that we need to think about. Next one is cost efficiency. Speaking of costs, metro rail or express highway projects often face skyrocketing budgets. By prioritizing elevated tracks above roads or railways, we could actually significantly reduce construction costs. And these savings could be redirected towards better facilities for passengers or even, subsidized fares, making these systems more accessible to all. Um, let's take the Mumbai Metro as an example. Despite delays and budget overruns, parts of it are elevated actually. But why weren't all lines planned this way to reduce costs all time? It's a it's a glaring oversight actually. You know, time-bound completion of metro highway projects, especially in India, are notorious. They are known kind of notorious for the delays, extension of time, revised contracts, and more ridiculous yet unknown reasons. But when planned thoughtfully, using elevated tracks and streamlined agreements with the central or the railway authorities, they could be completed within tight deadlines. Bengaluru's metro's never-ending Phase 2 project is a case in point. And compare this to Singapore's MRT system, where phases are completed on time, if not earlier. Another very important point that I would like to, you know, specify here is about less land acquisition. Land acquisition is actually a major roadblock for any infrastructure project. It causes public uproar, delays, and often unjust displacement. So, opting for elevated tracks significantly reduces or eliminates the need for land acquisition. Imagine the public goodwill and faster completion times that could result from such a thoughtful approach. Then you can just visualize it. I mean, you will understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. And elevated tracks also allow for straighter rail or road routes, improving travel times and efficiency. So, when metro tracks are laid underground or around existing structures, they often have to follow less than ideal paths. And this can result in longer travel times, reducing the metro's appeal as well. So, that is a point we need to consider. I mean, needless to mention, affordable toll fees. By cutting down on unnecessary construction expenses, metro projects can afford to charge lower fares or tolls, toll tax or fee. That's what I mean, making them more accessible to the common man. So, public transportation should be affordable and cost effective. And I mean, the construction should be cost effective. That's what I mean, and that is definitely a big step in that direction. You know, metro rails, when executed thoughtfully, can definitely be a source of pride for a city. Uh, they ease commutes, reduce pollution, and uplift entire communities. And people would love to be a part of such well planned developments, whether as commuters or contributors. Take Delhi Metro and some of the other express highways, for instance. I mean, it's often praised for its scale and connectivity, but it has, its share of controversies around land acquisition and costs as well. So, with better planning, it could have been an even greater success, actually. So, yeah. Well, it's actually high time, for the government um, to adopt a more thoughtful approach to metro rail and express highway construction. Uh, Elevated tracks above roads or existing railway lines, lesser land acquisition, cost efficient strategies, and time bound projects are not, they aren't just wishful thinking. Right, that's what we need to understand. They are entirely achievable. We can actually do it, I mean, with the right vision and commitment. And by doing so, we can also ensure that metro rail systems not only connect cities or states, but also truly serve the people they're meant for. So, what do you think? I mean, is the government doing enough to make metro rail or express highway construction people friendly? I mean, do you think that's happening? Kindly share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more such insightful content. And if you feel like it's worth sharing, please do it as well. Government of the people by the people are, unfortunately, I mean, sorry to say, not for the people nowadays. Of for and by, by Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States of America. The government, the elected representatives, they have vested interests, and they're not for the people. We need a change, an elevated vision to elevated rules or way. Thank you for watching News and Views 24/7. Have a nice day.